All right, all right. We are live and we are so excited to be on with you all. So we're just going to give it a few minutes or a few seconds to let everyone get on. We're going to cut off our background noise. But we are so excited to be here on Dr. Jewel's page, myself, and we call ourselves the Style and Travel Girls. And we just want to start by saying thank you so much to Dr. Jewel for having us on today, for allowing us to speak on her page and just share our journey through trading and traveling around the world. So you guys are going to hear our story. We're so excited, and thank you to Ms. Camille for everything. We are very, very excited about it. It is going to be phenomenal. So we're going to let everyone get on. Yes, yes. Happy Mother's Day, everyone. Thank you. Thank you. We're letting everyone, and make sure you share this. So create a watch party right now for your guests so that way they can see the power of trading and really how it has allowed us to do more of what we love and our dreams and our desires. And so this journey hasn't been very long for us, but because we're on this journey, we've been able to just see the world and travel and just make our dreams come true. And you're going to hear from each and every one of us because each of our story is different. But one thing that we have in common is travel. So good morning. Good morning. Yes. Create those watch parties right now. I love it. I love it. Thank you. Hi, Dr. Jewel. How are you? I call her Auntie, but we'll be professional on here. Hi, Dr. Jewel. Awesome. Awesome. Yes, let's go. So again, thank you so much for having us on, Dr. Jewel. We appreciate you, and it is going to be a great, great live. Happy Mother's Day to everyone. Yes, yes. Awesome. Hello. All right, guys. So let's get started. We have people on and they're viewing, and we again are the Style and Travel Girls. My name is Arianna Pierce. Today we have on Rosine, we have Rachel, we have Aaron and Gladys, and you're going to hear from us about how trading has changed our life and really how it's caused us to live our dreams. And so I'll start with my story and then we'll move on from there. But trading has been absolutely phenomenal. And let me just tell you this. I remember a couple years ago, it was about 2.5 years ago, and I was writing in my journal and I was scripting and I was asking God, and I said, you know what? I want another stream of income. And though I'm an entrepreneur, though I come from an entrepreneurial family, I wanted something where I didn't necessarily have to ship a product or a service or have to deal with customers. And even though I love my customers and I love my clients, I wanted something where I could be anywhere in the world at any time and be able to grow my money. And so at that time, my business had allowed me to live a life of freedom, but I knew that investing was going to allow my money to keep on making money for me. And so Dr. Jewel, of course, she came. Someone said, Dee Dee said, I can relate. Yes, that's awesome. Yes. I'm glad you can relate with me. But I remember she came to us and she presented the opportunity and said, listen, we're trading. It's this thing that we're doing. It's amazing. I know you know about stocks. I know you're in investing, but this is something that's a little bit different and you can multiply your money and you can really take what you're doing with, with your business and even go even further. And so I said, okay, yes, because she's trustworthy. I said, you know what? I'm going to do it. No questions asked. And so I did it the day she came to me because I knew that if she was doing it, it was something that was awesome and it was something that was good and it was something that was solid. And she had amazing results. And so I jumped right on it, got right in. Well, fast forward a couple months later, we took a girls' trip to Colombia. Okay, so we took a girls' trip to Colombia. And it was absolutely incredible. It was so much fun. Gladys was there. Rosine was there on that trip. And so we took that trip to Colombia and we went there and we came back home. But this is the exciting part. So I was laying in my bed, right? I was laying in my bed, had my hair all wrapped up. This is like 3-4 o'clock in the morning. And there was some text notifications or like text notifications that were sent to my phone from the educator. So really there's this app that we use, right? And when you get started with us, you'll get these notifications as well. And so the notifications came to my phone. I looked at them, I plugged them in. Now, when I plugged in these trade ideas, I went back to sleep because, you can go about your day. If you're asleep, you can go back to sleep, whatever it is you're doing. So I did that. And when I woke back up, I had made back everything I had spent on that trip. in that particular instance. And it was about 4 hours. Okay. So that's what happened for me. And those were my results. And so in that moment, I realized, I said, you know what? If we can do this for Colombia, and if I can do this for Colombia, I can do this for anywhere in the world. I can literally trade and travel my way around the world, and I don't have to spend my business money. I can spend my trading money, right? Keep my business money for everything else, spend that trading money. And so that's what I began to do. And so in 2019, I set this huge goal. So after that Colombia trip, 2019 came around, and January 1st, I set this huge goal, and all of us did. Okay. So I'm going to pass it on after this, but oh my gosh, you won't believe this. So I set out to travel to 24 places in 2019. I said, you know what? I'm going to do it. I have a vessel that's here. I didn't really worry too much about the how. I just was like, well, I have vessels for, this to manifest through. And so I know that I can do it. And so I wrote out, I'm going to visit 24 places in a year. And I said, I don't want to just go to Florida and to Michigan and to, Utah, which are all amazing places. I love those places. But I said, you know what? I want to go around the world, right? I want to leave my country. I want to go around the world. And so what happened was, as we began to go about our year, we ended up not only going to 24 places in 2019, but we visited over 30 places around the world in 2019. And these ladies can verify that, and they know it as well, because many of them went on those trips with us. So let me just tell you some of the places that we went, right? We went to Dubai. We went to Singapore. We went to Japan. We went to Barbados. We went to the Bahamas. We took cruises. We went to Portugal. We went to Spain. We went to, where else did we go? London. We went to Italy. We took a whole tour of Italy. So we didn't go to one place in Italy. We did a whole tour. It was amazing. We went to the Amalfi Coast. I mean, it was like a movie, and it was absolutely incredible. But I said all that to say was that while I traveled to over those 30 countries, I was using my income, my Forex income, to really support those trips. And one in particular, before I pass it along, but one in particular, I remember we were in the Picasso Museum in Barcelona. So that alone is just like super cool. That's a dream come true. But we were in the Picasso Museum, and a trade notification again. So even if you don't know how to trade, you can still do this thing, guys. It doesn't matter. So you can learn how to trade, or you can take the signals from the educators. And so that happened. We were in the Picasso Museum. A trade came through. And while I'm looking at the Picasso drawing, we took profit on our trade and we made money. Now, what's so cool about that was that I was able to pay for my admissions fee, for my food. And even though that one wasn't thousands and thousands of dollars for that particular trade, guess what? It covered my travel needs for that day. And so what we begin to say, this is our slogan, that when we spend it, we can make it right back. Yeah. So that is our slogan for our trade and travel girls. And it's been incredible. So I love it. And if you're watching this right now and you say, I'm interested and I want to go right now, then definitely go back to the person who you are watching this live from. So if they created a watch party, go to them and DM them now and say, how can I get started? I'm ready to go. Get me going. I'm ready. All right. So let's get going. Next, we are going to have, who wants to go next? Let's see. Gladys. All right. Gladys, share your story and how trading has impacted your life.
I'm so excited to be on this watch party. Thank you, Arianna, for inviting me. Thank you, Dr. Jewel. Ari, your mom introduced me to trading about 2 years ago. I can't believe it's been 2 years, but I had been a nurse for about 20 years. I'd been in management, working crazy hours, and I was looking for something just to supplement my income to so that I can go back to bedside nursing for less hours. So I can be, work 12 to 24 hours a week, something such as that. And I just couldn't deal anymore with being attached to my phone and work for 24/7, even on days that I was off, on weekends, on vacations. I was constantly dealing with work. I was over it. My kids were over it. My husband was over it. And so when I got introduced to this opportunity from your mom, because of who she is, her integrity, her character, I knew that this was legit. And if she was doing it, I was doing it, because we all know that successful people leave clues, right? And so if there's an opportunity for me to participate, then I'm all in. And so when she introduced it to me, I decided, yep, I'm going to go all in. And I did. So I spent about 6 months just really going hardcore, studying really every night after my kids went to sleep, 2, 3, 4, 5 hours a night. I would just dive right in. Does it take all that? Not necessarily, but for me to get to where I wanted to be, it did. And it paid off in my case. So after about 6 months of trading, I started having days where I was making as much at my job as I wasn't trading. And then I just had this light bulb moment. Like, I have options. I don't have to keep doing what I'm doing. I could stay home, trade for 2, 3 hours a day while my kids are at school, and then enjoy them for the rest of the day and have the freedom to travel and just to do life. And thank goodness, how timely was that? Now with, COVID going around, I don't know what I would do if I was a nurse manager right now, because the expectation would be tremendous of me.
Yes.
And having to take care of my family while my husband, who also has a business and a job, works 16 hours a day, how we would get through that. How could I take care of my kids and homeschool them and keep them entertained and, get them outside time? I wouldn't be able to. They'd basically be sitting in front of a TV all day. And I know that that's some people's reality, but I'm thankful that that's not mine, that I get to be home and engage and take care of them stress-free through this time. And I'm thankful for all the trips that I've been able to go on. I don't have to choose between being a work from home mom or a stay-at-home mom. I don't have to choose between that and traveling. I can do both, because trading has just afforded me luxuries that I didn't really have otherwise, and time being the biggest luxury of them all, because I don't have to ask for vacation time to go on vacation. If you say tomorrow, let's go to Puerto Rico and have lunch.
Yes.
I'm there.
Yeah.
Yes. So anyway, so that is the best thing that trading has done for me. It's really given me the freedom of time. And I'm appreciative to be able to be home with my family. I'm thankful to all my friends and my nurses and doctors and other healthcare heroes out there doing what they're doing right now. But I am sincerely thankful that I am home with my family during this time.
Wow. That's incredible, Gladys, because and I remember you sharing a story with me that Bella, which is her baby girl, who is so adorable, came up to her and said something like, "Mommy, do you love the people at work more than us?" And Gladys was like, "What are you talking about, Bella? Why would you say that?" And she said, "Well, it's because you're always on your phone and you never pay attention to, myself and my brothers." And she said, "You know what? That's it." And when she told me that, we were both crying, because I was just like, wow, how old is Bella?
At the time, she was 2. She's 4 now.
Yeah, she was 2. And for someone that little to realize that, man, I'm not attached to my mom because she's so, overwhelmed with work, man, that alone will want you to want to live a life of freedom. So congratulations, Gladys. That is amazing.
Thank you.
Now, we do want to say this, that past profits do not indicate future results, right? So we do have to say that on here, but we just want to let you know that these are our stories and what it has done for us. So we do want to make that very clear. Someone said, I'm ready. All right, so reach back out to the person who sent you or you're watching, and they will get you started. All right, so that way we can keep moving on. We are excited to go. So reach out to the person's live that you're watching. So if you're on Dr. Jewel's page, reach out to her. If you're on my page, reach out to me. I'm going to be answering. Aaron, whoever, if you're on, whoever's watching, whoever's watch party you're on, send them a DM right now to get started. All right, let's move on to the next person. Aaron, would you like to go?
Yeah, definitely. Thank
Awesome,
you
awesome.
again, Ariana, for really hosting this particular platform for us, because it's been an incredible experience for all of us. I love the fact that not only are we trading and traveling the world, we've been able to do it as friends. And so there's nothing like having your friends or your family members on a journey with you. And so that's what I would say I love the most about trading, is the fact that we've been able to trade and introduce this to all of our friends. And so when we go on trips, we're going like 10 deep, we're going 15, 20 deep on trips, because we now have that financial freedom. And so I absolutely love trading. I absolutely love the fact that now I've been doing it for 2.5 years. Ariana actually introduced me to trading, and I'm so grateful for that, because before that, I only had one stream of income. And now that we're all trading, we're traveling the world, but we've also been able to add additional streams of income to our life. And so it's perfect for all of the things that are going on in the world right now. I tell you what, having multiple streams of income is incredible, because I don't have to wait for a stimulus check. I don't have to wait for checks from my job, because I'm making money every day. I have 5 streams of income. 2 years ago, before I started trading, I had one stream of income. And so I'm grateful for the opportunity and the knowledge that we've been able to learn, because we can literally pick up our phone at any time of the day. It doesn't matter what country. Like, we were in London earlier this year. All of us, we were over in London. And when we were in London, it didn't matter that we were in another country, because all you need is a cell phone. And so we picked up our cell phone. It took us 45 seconds to enter a trade, and we just go about our day, and our phone automatically cashes us out. And so I'm going to tell you, that is a game changer. When you learn a skill like this, it's something that never goes away, and it's something that can help you to achieve your wealth goals. It's also something that can help you to achieve your travel goals, just like us. I mean, we're trading, we're traveling the world. I still work a full-time job, but even though I'm working a full-time job, because trading, like, our trading team makes it so simple that you don't even have to feel like you have to quit your job. Although I know Gladys, congratulations, Gladys did quit her job, and I'm very happy that she was able to do that. But even with me working a full-time job, and I also have a small business, I'm able to still trade and travel, because I have multiple streams of income now. And so that's what trading has done for me, Ariana. It's been simply incredible, because let me see, I know we've been to different countries, but we've even been able to travel here in America. And so whatever your travel goals, don't give up on your goals for 2020. I've talked to some people who are like, oh, we'll probably never travel again. Well, I've told my family, hey, when this quarantine is over, we're going to at least travel within our state, because there's so many places that we haven't even been in Florida. And so travel is not over. You can still achieve whatever travel goals, and take, little road trips with your family. And you can actually use your travel, your trading money to be able to take little road trips with your family. So that's what we plan on doing for 2020, Ari.
Wow, Erin, that was incredible. I loved it. And yes, I'm glad you went to that, and that you pointed that out, that you don't have to only do trading, that you can do multiple things.
Right.
I'm in that same situation where I have businesses and I have different things that I do, but trading is an additional stream of income for me that's been amazing. And someone said, how can I get started? Yes, Gail, join the team. We want to welcome you, Gail, to the team. So what we want you to do, Gail, is send a message to the person who you're watching. So if you're on my live, send me a message. If you're on Dr. Jewel's live, send her a message. Whoever's live you are watching from, go ahead and send them a message right now saying, I'm ready to get started. Same with you, Amani. You're ready to get started too. Yes, welcome to the team. So what we want you to do again is reach back out to the person you are watching. You are on somebody's Facebook page right now. Whoever's page you're on, DM them and say, hey girl, hey guy, I'm ready to go. I'm ready to get started. Show me what I need to do next, and we will welcome you to the team. All right. So, wow, that's incredible. I see people want to join us on this journey. All right, let's move over to Rachel. So, Rachel, we want to hear from you. What has trading done for you, and how has it impacted your life?
Okay, hello everyone. Thank you, Arianna. Thank you, Dr. Jewel, for inviting me on this call. The way I traded was Raimi. I saw her post something on her Instagram, so I DM'd her about it and was just trying to get more information, and she told me all about it. Even though I didn't quite understand it, was like a foreign language to me, I still decided to go ahead and go with it through what she told me about it. So I was like, okay, I joined last March, and then I started trading. You get to trade in them. You don't have to go trade live already. So I did that. And then there was a conference coming up. So a Forex conference in Dallas, Texas. So I decided that I wanted to go. And then I went. And then during the conference, he told us the next conference was going to be in London. And I already bought my ticket for the conference, but not my flight ticket. So I knew I wanted to go to London for the Networks conference, but I didn't know how I was going to get there. So until the conference came up, I just started trading. I decided I'm just going to trade my way to London. I've always wanted to go to London, never been. So what I did was, like in a matter of 2 days, I was looking at tickets. Tickets were about like $300. It was very low. And within 2 days, I made over $400. So I was like, yeah, I traded my way to London, and I actually manifested it also because I used Dr. Stage Journal, and I put all my travel goals, and I would travel to through trading, and I did just that. So trading has been definitely amazing for me. After I came back from London, I started sharing it on my Instagram, and within the next month, I made rank. So I'm not only trading, but I also took part in the aspect of it because I had to let know so I could give the opportunity for freedom and financial freedom, So I can't keep it to myself any longer. So I just shared with everyone, and that's what trading has done for me.
Awesome, Rachel. That is incredible. So I know Rachel was going a bit in and out, so I'll just recap her story for you all if you could not hear her. So basically what she was saying was she started last year, so it hasn't even been a year for her. And she started trading with us on our team. And Rachel really had a desire. She went to Dallas to the Dallas conference that we had for the traders. And it was absolutely incredible. And they announced that we were going to be in London in February. And so Rachel, at the end of February, beginning of March, and Rachel said, I really want to go to that. I really want to, get there. And so Rachel did that. And listen, she said, I am determined to go to London with the group. So she traded her way to London. She was able to get into the markets. She was able to multiply her money, and she was able to pay for her tickets. Not only was she there for a few days, but Rachel spent the entire week with us. We were there for 8 days in London. Not only that, we went over to Paris. It was incredible. And so that just shows you the power of trading. Now, of course, again, we have to say this, past results do not guarantee future results, right? But we are just sharing our stories of how trading has affected us and what it has done for us, and how it has caused us to really trade and travel our way around the world. So thank you for sharing that. And then we'll go to Rosine, and then we are going to come back around and wrap this thing up. I love it. Go ahead, Rosine.
Yes. Well, thank you so much, Arianna. And I want to make sure I say also thank you so much to Dr. Jewel for allowing us to all be here today. I first was introduced to trading through Dr. Station Arianna, and as many of the ladies have already shared, it was an absolute no-brainer. But let me tell you what that meant for me, though. I am very similar to a lot of the ladies that you have heard. I have a full-time job, a very full-time job. I might add, I'm a CEO of a business here in Orlando. And it's a lot of work. I work with children, and I do a lot of different things. There's a lot of fundraising, et cetera. So it's a very full position. I also have my own business as well. But what trading has really meant for me is the opportunity to do things that I've always wanted to do, but maybe thought that I couldn't because of the industry that I'm in. I'm currently in nonprofit, and a lot of times in nonprofit industries, there's an easy mentality to think that there's never enough, especially when you're in education. I'm a teacher, I do this is my salary, and that's all that I can have. And so trading has allowed me to see that, hey, no, this isn't all that you can have. You can help people, you can be that person on the front line, you can give to people, but you can also receive too. And I think a lot of times when people are in these types of industries, we don't think that it's okay for us to have things because we always are giving out to other people. And trading has taught me that you can have both. And so I've always loved to travel, always wanted that opportunity. So grateful for Arianna opening up that door for me. And there were two light bulb moments as you all were talking that really stood out to me of the power of trading. And the first was when Arianna was talking about when we were traveling. At this point, we were traveling to Italy. And we had a couple of hijinks. Just so you know, international travel, they really do travel on time. Okay, so they don't operate in American, time or CPT or whatever time you think it is. When that train leaves at 11, it is leaving at 11. So we had a few hijinks and we missed our train to Venice. And so we were trying to get there, and it was a little interesting. So we missed it. But during that time, I said, well, we've got some time. Let me put in a trade. So I actually put in a trade while we were in the train station. I made the money back from the ticket. And let me clarify, this was like a first class train ticket. We were leaving from one city in Italy to the next. So a first class trip train ticket, I put in my trade and I made that money back just like that. It literally took profit. I made that money back in less than an hour from the time that I had purchased the ticket. That was an aha moment for me of, wait a minute. I really can have the desires of my heart, and I don't have to feel like I'm stuck because of the industry that I'm in or the industry that I have chosen because I want to help people. So that was moment number one. You had us out there, Ari, feeling like P. Diddy. We were waking up in Amalfi Coast, and
it was so much fun. I loved it.
Exactly. We were out there, and it was amazing to be able to do that. That really was such a dream come true trip, and still one of the things that I will always fondly look at. And there was another point that I think really hit home about the power of trading, and that was when I attended the first large convention with Arianna and some of the ladies in Las Vegas. We were there. We had an opportunity to hear, and there's so many trainers and so many educators. It was just such a field, just so much full of energy. But we had an opportunity to go with some of our trading mentors, and we were so blessed to be able to sit down with Dr. Jewel. And we sat down in the Eiffel Tower restaurant. And I will never forget it because I've never been there, and it was amazing. It was beautiful, such a beautiful experience. And I remember writing down in my journal, I want to go to the Eiffel Tower. I want to go to Paris. I really want to see the Eiffel Tower. Well, you know how Instagram does these beautiful things that are called memories. So what ended up coming up on my memory, and I actually posted it, I believe it was March 2nd. March 2nd of 2019, I was sitting in the Eiffel Tower restaurant, learning about trading, getting information from our mentors, enjoying Las Vegas, trading to be there. On March 2nd of 2020, I was standing in front of the actual Eiffel Tower in Paris by using my trading profits that I had pulled together over the course of the year. And when we talk about trading and traveling, and when Arianna and the rest of us ladies and the rest of our team that is always lit, we talk about trading and traveling, it really is the opportunity for real freedom. It is the opportunity to break out of what we think our generation should be in. And it also is the opportunity to set a new example for our children and for those that are around us, that there really is the opportunity to live a greater life that we've always wanted on the inside of us. All we have to do is literally pick up our phone, put in some numbers, and the whole world opens up to you. So thank you so much, Arianna. So grateful for this opportunity. And I'm just excited. I can't wait till quarantine is over. I got my list. We did 30 plus last year. I'm still in agreement for 60. Let's go.
Wow. That was incredible, Rosie. I mean, literally, I'm sitting here getting chills from that story. about how incredible that was. And I didn't realize that, yes, just 1 year exactly, we were sitting and Gladys was there. You were there. Jamika, I mean, so many of us were there and we were sitting in that Eiffel Tower in the restaurant. And then 1 year to the date, I did not realize March 2nd, 1 year to the date. Do you see that manifestation? And that is incredible. People in the chat are going crazy right now. I'm literally over here about to cry. I got to hold it together because I did not realize that we were literally standing in front of the Eiffel Tower March 2nd.
Yep.
Real Eiffel Tower. Oh my goodness. That right there is powerful. And that's just the power of being around the right people and saying yes to the right opportunities. If you had not said yes, that would not have been the reality. And I'm so grateful for it. And Miss Jawanda, I'm sorry if I said your name wrong, but you said you're interested. So yes, we want you to join our team. We want you to have information like this, where 1 year you can be sitting in the Eiffel Tower restaurant and the next year you can be traveling to those places or whatever your desire is. So what we want you to do right now is reach back out to the person's page you're watching. So if you're watching from your friend's page, if they created a watch party, so whoever created the watch party that you are viewing, we want you to reach out to them and inbox them and say, listen, I'm ready to go. All right. And let's go. Let's get you started. Now, again, we will say this, that I know I keep saying it, but I have to, that past results do not guarantee future results. And we just want to say that because as you can see, each person's journey on here is different. But each person's journey is incredible because we stayed the course and we didn't give up after 1 week or 2 weeks. We kept going. And like I said, this is my 2.5 year anniversary. I know Aaron has been in for about 2 years. Gladys has been in for 2 years. Rosine, Rachel has been in for almost a year, not quite a year yet, but we keep going no matter what. And yes, we're accountable. But as you can see, we are friends. And I want to point that out because we call this our Get It crew. So yes, we're the Style and Travel Girls. Yes, we go around. Yes, on Instagram, people are starting to know and say, oh my gosh, I seen them in Dubai and I seen them here. But one thing that we keep intact is that we keep our Get It crew solid. And some of you, you're looking for your Get It crew, but some of you, you're around your Tolerate crew. You're around people who just tolerate you and not celebrate you. You're around people who kind of want to see you win, but they really don't want to see you win. That when you start giving that testimonial of your win, they're like, oh, girl, I got hungry. Okay, oh, girl, I got to run. I got to get off the phone so I can get to the kids. No. That's not the type of team that you're joining. You're joining people that every day around 8 o'clock, really, let's say 3 a.m. when London's session starts, it gets exciting, right, ladies? It's lit in the chat, but you're getting around people who are ready to celebrate you. I mean, we're ready to celebrate you just for getting started. We're ready to celebrate you for every win. When you make $1, we celebrate you. When you get to $10, when you get to 50, 100, thousands, we are ready. And so if you want to be a part of a Get It crew that doesn't just tolerate you, and here's the thing that we've said, that we become family. You know, I've known Rosine and Gladys and Aaron for a long time, but Rachel, we haven't known each other for a long time, but we're like family. You know why? Because we say family are the people that celebrate you and that get you. So just because you know somebody for 20 years does not mean that they're a part of your Get It crew. Your Get It crew are those that celebrate, love you, and they celebrate your every win. So yes, Dr. Jewel said we love celebrating every win. Yes, we do. All right, guys, so this is your opportunity. Another person said, how can I get more information? Again, reach out to that person that you're watching. If you're watching this live from your friend or from Dr. Jewel or from myself or from Rosine, go with the person that you are watching and send them a DM right now or a private message and say, listen, I'm ready to get going, or send them a text. I'm ready to get going. So go back to the person that you are watching this live from. All right. So really, guys, before we wrap this up, we just want to say that this has been our additional stream of income that's really unlimited. And so it has really been unlimited. As you can see, there's no cap. Every single person's journey is different. And that lets you know. And I don't know when's the last time you ran into something that didn't have a cap. Now, we do know that you can get into business, but sometimes trading is the opportunity to allow you to get into business if you need the extra additional funds to do more of what you love. Because we know that getting into business is still something that takes money. And so you can do both and you can do it. Now, before we get off, a lot of you, and we don't want to preach or anything on here, But a lot of you've maybe been asking God for an opportunity. You said, God, I want more increase, or you've written it down in your journal, or you've been praying, or you've been talking to your husband, or you've been talking to your friends and say, man, I need unlimited, I need something more. I need increase. I need this. Now, here's the thing. I believe that you are on this call today, that you are on this live today, really on this Facebook, because you were meant to be here, especially if you've been asking that question. The only reason why I'm saying this right now is because it's confirmation for a question that you've been asking right now for more and for increase. Now, here's the thing. A lot of times God wants to increase us, right? He wants to take us to the next level, but he can only do it based on the knowledge that we have. So again, we're not pastors on here. We're not trying to preach. But one thing that I do know that the Bible talks about is that it says, my people perish for lack of knowledge, right? We all know that area. So whether you're into that or not on here, right? We're not trying to preach to you, but it talks about how people perish for a lack of knowledge. And that applies to us right now. So a lot of times we're looking for increase, and God is saying, man, I can't even get it to you because you really don't even have the knowledge for me to flood it through, or for me to give it to you. Well, you're on this today because you are destined to get to your next level. You are hearing this right now because you're supposed to be doing something different. You're on here right now because this could be it. This could be the thing for you. Now you have to decide to say yes. And you have to decide that, listen, I'm going to get more knowledge so that way I can prosper. Because if you keep doing the same things over and over again, and you keep asking God, I need this opportunity. And here's one thing that I tell my team all the time. If you keep asking God for opportunities and he sends you the answer, he is not required to repeat himself. He is not required to keep bringing that answer. And guess what? It's like when you're on the phone with someone, they keep calling. But if you hang up on the answer, you're hanging up on them. Guess what? They're not required to call back again. So you got to think of opportunities as a call. This is a call right now that is being called to you. I am calling you right now. If you're listening, this is a call that's going out for you. Call. I'm calling you in. Sign up. Get ready. Send the inbox. It's time to go. It's time to go. But if you keep ignoring this call, it is not required to come back to you. Don't get left behind. Don't be that person that gets left behind. Now, let me tell you this. There were a lot of people sitting at that table in Paris, but not everybody was in Paris. You know what? Because some people ignored the call. But those who stayed, we were in Paris for real the next year. And so it has been incredible. So I want you to answer that call right now. I want you to not hang up on the answer, but I want you to take the call, and I want you to send a message to whoever's live you are watching. So if you're watching from Destiny's live, if you're watching from Dr. Jewel's live, if you're watching from Erica's live, if you're watching from Camille's live, whoever's live you're watching from, Aaron, Gladys, Rachel, Rosine, my live, whoever's live you're watching from, we want you to go to their DMs or their inbox. I know I keep saying DM, you know, I'm on Instagram. I'm the Instagram person, but we want you to go to their inbox, to their DM right now and say, I'm ready. Get me more information. Send me that link right now. I'm ready to get going. I'm ready. This is it. I'm ready to answer the call, and we'll get you plugged in today. So that way next week you can start being in those markets. All right. So thank you again for having us on.
To say that, Arianna, that was great. I want to sign up again. Thank you. That was perfect. That was awesome.
Oh, awesome. Thank you. Thank you. I mean, it's true. And we're not saying anything that hasn't been true for us. We have the proof. I mean, you can go to our Instagram page and see all the places that we've been around the world. I was literally looking at it yesterday, and I'm like, every single page is travel. And I have about 100 more pictures that I haven't posted from around the world.
Yeah, you do.
Like, it's the perfect time to post those things. So it's been incredible. But thank you guys so much for being on today. I appreciate Rosine, Rachel, Gladys, Aaron for being on. Again, we want to say thank you to Dr. Jewel for having us on today. We appreciate you. We appreciate your kindness. Thank you for all you do. Guys, we are ready to get you going. So we're going to log off, but we're going to be in our DMs right now or in our inboxes right now. And we're going to be waiting for your message. So again, whoever's live you're watching from, go back to them, and we're going to be waiting, and we're going to be helping you to get started with us today and welcome you to our group chats. All right. So let's get going, be a part of the Get It crew, and let's just go to our next level together. And guys, 2020 is going to be our best year yet, no matter what.
Yes.
So we're grateful for it, and we're excited that you answered the call. Talk to you guys soon. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Arianna.
Thanks.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.